Step 1. Decide you want to learn hacking and get hired by 2026. Maybe you want the six-figure remote job. Maybe you watch too many I got hacked YouTube videos. Or maybe you just want to finally understand what your cousin in IT means when he says patch your systems. Step 2. Panic because you don't know where to start. You open 50 tabs. Reddit says learn networking first. Twitter says just do CTFs. Your friend who knows hacking says learn C. You close all 50 tabs and open TikTok instead. Step 3. You finally commit and install Kali Linux. Not because you need it yet, you don't even know what Nmap does, but because it looks like something a hacker would have open in the background of a screenshot. Next, you hit networking basics. OSI model, TCP/IP, three-way handshake, the whole thing. This is where half the roadmap crowd quits because SYN-ACK means nothing to you and Wireshark just looks like scrolling static. Don't worry, it clicks eventually, usually around 2 a.m. when you least expect it. Then comes Linux fundamentals. You learn permissions, you learn bash, you accidentally chmod, something you shouldn't have, and briefly consider a career change. But you push through because apparently every actual hacker lives in a terminal, and you're determined to be one of them. Then the tools. Everyone acts like you just install Nmap and Burp, and suddenly you're a hacker, but nobody warns you about the actual struggle of learning them. You open Nmap and run one scan, get a wall of text back, and have no idea what half the flags even do, so you just start copy-pasting scan syntax from random blog posts and hoping for the best. Burp Suite is worse. You spend your first week just trying to get the proxy to intercept anything at all, convinced your browser is broken, when really you forgot to install the certificate for the millionth time. Then you move on to Metasploit thinking it'll be easier because it's automated, and somehow it's more confusing, because now when an exploit fails, you have no clue if the target's patch, your payload's wrong, or you just fat-fingered a module name. Every tool has its own syntax, its own quirks, its own way of making you feel like you're back at square one, right after you thought you were finally getting good. You'll close your laptop more than once convinced this isn't for you, but then you get one thing to actually work, one scan that returns something useful, one exploit that actually pops a shell, and suddenly all that frustration turns into the exact reason you keep coming back. The tools don't get easier, you just get better at fighting with them. Step whatever we're on now, you discover Python. Suddenly you're writing scripts to automate scans you could have just typed manually in the same amount of time, but it feels powerful, so you keep doing it. Now the fun part, web application security. You go to Portswigger Academy like everyone told you to, and within a week you know what SQL injection is. You sort of know what XSS is, and you have no idea why there are 12 different types of it. You start testing every input field you see for the rest of your life. This never goes away. This is a rite of passage. Accept it. Eventually you move into CTFs. Hack the box, TryHackMe, you name it. You get stuck on one box for an entire weekend, question your life choices, then finally get root and feel like the smartest person alive for exactly 4 minutes before starting the next one. Somewhere in here you realize certifications matter for actually getting hired, not just for flexing. EJPT to prove you're not just theory. OSCP if you want doors to open. CEH only if some HR filter is forcing your hand. None of these replace actually being able to hack something, but they get your resume past the robots. Then, somewhere along the way, you realize you can't ignore AI anymore. Every other tool now has some AI assistant bolted onto it, and at first you're skeptical, because you didn't grind networking fundamentals just to let a chatbot do your recon. But you start using it anyway, to explain confusing CVEs, to help you write faster Python scripts, to summarize 100 pages of documentation you were never going to read at 2 a.m. You realize it's not replacing you, it's just removing the boring parts. The actual thinking, the actual exploitation, the actual why does this work moment, that's still on you. AI just means you get there faster, and in 2026, the hackers who know how to use it properly are the ones outpacing everyone still doing everything the slow manual way. Then you start hunting bugs for real. Bug bounty programs, disclosed reports, the whole rabbit hole. Platforms like HackerOne, BugCrowd, and Integrity basically connect you to companies who are paying real money for you to break their stuff legally. And each one's got its own scope rules, payout tiers, and a leaderboard that'll make you feel both accomplished and behind at the same time. You spend way too long reading other people's disclosed reports because apparently that's how everyone actually learns this, not tutorials. You find your first IDOR, you feel unstoppable, then you spend 3 hours finding your second one and realize the first was luck. Now here's the part nobody puts in the roadmap. Getting hired isn't just about skill, it's about proof, so you start writing it all down. CTF write-ups, bug bounty reports, a GitHub that actually shows what you can do. Because in 2026, nobody's hiring you off a resume that says passionate about cybersecurity with zero receipts to back it up. You apply to SOC analyst roles, junior pentest roles, anything that gets a foot in the door, because nobody's starting as a senior red teamer, straight out of the roadmap. You network in Discord servers and InfoSec Twitter instead of just lurking. And eventually, one of these applications actually lands. Congratulations! You did the thing in under a year if you actually stayed consistent instead of doom-scrolling hacking memes the whole time. Ironic, I know. To everyone starting this right now, 2026 is genuinely one of the best years to lock in. There's more free resources than ever, and companies need people who can actually find the bugs, not just talk about them. Alright, that's it for this one. If you enjoyed this one and want to actually learn hacking the right way, hit subscribe. I drop 3 videos every single week so you never miss your hacking dose, and I will see you in the next one.